Nothing much. I'm trying to help a friend that's going through a Title IX investigation, so I'm just trying to be supportive right now.
Title IX, what's that?
So Title IX is basically a federal civil rights law, and it outlaws discrimination on the basis of sex. So any educational program that receives federal funding cannot discriminate on the basis of sex.
Oh, I think I heard about that. Some sexual misbehavior type stuff. I was wondering how I could get involved with that, but what it really is too.
It's a good question that you're asking. A lot of times there's misunderstanding about sexual misconduct and sexual discrimination, but it includes discriminating based on gender, based on sex. It also includes stalking, sexual exploitation, harassment, those type of things.
You think you can help me kind of understand some of the specifics behind it?
Sure. So the first thing is making sure you understand consent. And consent really has to do with active, open communication about giving permission. So both people have to be able to give permission, first of all, in order for consent to take place. Otherwise, it's not consent.
So what if the other person doesn't actually say no? What is silence?
That's still not consent. You have to have clear answers in order to get consent. Otherwise, it's not consent. Silence is not consent.
Okay, that makes sense. What about harassment?
So harassment is any unwelcome advances. So for example, say I walk into class and a classmate might put their hands on my hip. If it's unwelcome, then I feel violated, then I would consider that harassment.
I have a friend that went back to someone else's apartment the other night after a night of drinking. She thinks that she might have been raped while she wasn't fully conscious. What do you think about that?
That's definitely a sensitive topic. The best thing would be for your friend to seek medical attention, because if anything did happen, the quicker things are collected and she has evidence, then an investigation can take place.
Man, that's some good information to know. But I got another question. Let's say that someone shares a nude pic of someone else without their permission. They text them a pic and then they share it with someone else. What would that be considered?
I would say that would be sexual exploitation, because they didn't give permission for their picture to be circulated. So their picture is going around without their knowledge.
Right. I see that, and I'm basically understanding what you're saying. And I think I understand what stalking is. And that's kind of when a person is repeatedly contacting or following somebody who doesn't want to be bothered. Am I getting the gist of that?
Yeah, that's it. And stalking also implies that a person is reasonably afraid. It can also happen over the internet or on the phone. It's not just an in-person thing.
What happens when it's outside of stalking and you start to move into violence inside the relationship?
Any physical, sexual, or psychological harm can be considered relationship violence. It's a good idea if you make sure your own relationship is healthy, as well as looking out for friends and family as well.
Let me get this right. If two people are in a relationship and they're either being sexually harassed, assaulted, exploited, or stalked, I can go ahead and report that to someone on campus?
Exactly. Any person that experiences harassment or misconduct, either on campus or someone else, has the right to file a complaint. Here, our Title IX coordinator is Danielle Laban, so you can either contact her directly or you can file a complaint through our website.
So, if a person is a victim of sexual misconduct, are they obligated to report the incident?
They're not obligated, but they do have options. If they do decide to seek help, they could file an incident report with NLU, and then NLU will make every effort to protect their identity. There will be times when the university may need to investigate a report, even if a student decides not to pursue a complaint. A victim can also discuss the incident with law enforcement, even if they decide not to make a complaint with the university.
Confidentiality will be maintained. The university will pursue other charges. These are some good options. It's good to know that a victim has all these options and all this help. I think I want to get on board and help spread the word about sexual misconduct.
The university is going to be having some activities throughout the year to help with you recognizing warning signs, learning your resources, those type of things. So you should just be on the lookout.
Great. I definitely want to get involved, and thank you for all your help.